Hi, let's have a real conversation about natural leadership. I was in one of our leadership workshops recently, and one of the individuals in that workshop described themselves as not a natural leader. And that really got me thinking about what is it that gets somebody labeled as a natural leader? And very specifically, it was a personal question for me because since I was 6 or 7 years old, people have always described me that way. I'm a natural leader. What I want to be careful of with that is a natural leadership could easily just be a form of natural dominance. Now, I'm male, I'm white, I'm 6'2", and I've got a loud voice and a college vocabulary. And I've got a pretty dominant style, and I've kind of bended that and twisted that and got rid of some of the negative aspects of that. But I'm a naturally dominant person. And I think some people just go right to leadership with that concept. So this is a person who's decisive. This is a person who speaks with confidence. They must be a leader. And this person that was describing themselves as not a natural leader may have just simply been describing themselves as not a dominant personality. They might have been very effective as a leader in ways that aren't normally recognized as or intuitively recognized as leadership. So I would just ask you to be careful about even using those terms. That person's not a natural leader. Don't say that, because I think it probably points you towards prejudices and assumptions that you make about people based on some characteristics that might not actually lead to good leadership in your organization. And of course, the less dominant person may need to be more dominant. They mean situationally, they may need to teach themselves to be more decisive. They need to teach themselves to speak out and have their voice heard. These are natural behaviors for a dominant person and less natural behaviors for a less dominant person. So dominant characteristics in leadership are sometimes useful. But if you're a one-trick pony and you just operate in this dynamic kind of dominating way, that will wear on the organization, and taken in a broad brush, it's not an effective form of leadership. So natural leadership, maybe it's natural dominance, and you ought to stop using the term and really think more critically about what leadership really looks like in your organization, as opposed to the things that we naturally associate with leaders, which honestly just tend to be dominant behaviors. So here I am I'm one of those dominant people who probably gets too much credit as a leader because of my stature, my confidence, my energy, and probably some people walk into a room and kind of look at me and hear me talk for a few minutes, and they assume that I'm a good leader because of those characteristics, which in many ways are kind of superficial. So don't make a connection between natural leadership and natural dominance. They may be very different situationally and in practice. Thank you.